Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about indices and ranges on arrays. After C# 8, so before C# 8, you guys haven't seen these indices and ranges. So if anyone who has done say C# prior to C# 8, you guys might not be aware that there is something called indices and ranges. So what is indices and ranges? Indices, you guys, is for scientific purposes, or say as the name suggests, indice for say you guys can define the first element or the last element of your array. That's very useful if you guys doing, say for example, search engine, or if you guys making search, so you guys want to find the first element or the last elements. As the name suggests, for ranges you can find the range. So before that, we're going to come here in our say arrays. We have discussed this array. So when you initialize, say for example, int array, and say whatever name you guys want to give here, so you just want to give any name you want. So that now this array is we are just declaring an array. So as far as C# is concerned, this is just a declaration, and this is a null array. This one's equal to this guys here. Say for example, if you want to put a say name a, for example, name 1, and say name 1 equal to, we put it on null. So this is exactly like these two are quite very similar, because in the first instance here we have declared our array here, and the second one we have declared it and we have assigned null. So when the arrays, if you guys don't assign anything to arrays, it means they're Microsoft treat this one as a, so C# treat this one as an array of the size null, because here we have assigned some values here. So on this element side, the first index is 0, we have assigned Ferrari, the second one is Lexus, third element, fourth element we have put a Jeep and Toyota. But in this instance, on top one, because we have declared here name, and this name is exactly, these two is the similar, because we have assigned null. Null means nothing. Keep in mind you guys can put a 0 here. Okay, so I'm gonna get remove this. So now we're gonna talk about indices. Say as we said here, indices, and then we're going to talk about ranges. Say indices are very good if you guys are looking for the first element. Indices and the first element and last element arrays, say element. Indices are good for the first element and the last element array, but you guys can do from the 0 element, 0th element. But if you do that, you guys gonna get error in C#. So if you're very expert say C# programmer, just let you know that the indices and ranges work with CLR type span, and you guys can also make your own indices. You can make your own types work that works with the indices and ranges. So by defining indexer of the type index or range. So as we said previously, that you guys can have your own. So I'm gonna remove these guys from here. Say we have here in this guys, I'm gonna remove this one as well. Say for example, if you have a Ford, Cherry, Jeep, and Toyota, you guys can add another one. Say for example, you can make say Subaru, for example. Subaru is also a Japanese car. If you don't know about Subaru, it's just like a Mitsubishi. Alright, so now we have 5 element here. So how about if you guys wanna first find the first element? So what we're gonna do to find the first element, so what we do is that we put a string, and you guys gonna put a, say for example, last element, last lm. So you can put your last element, and what is the name of your array here? The name of your array is a luxury car. Say for example, we put a luxury cars, and then you guys, if you guys want to find the last one, you guys need to put a caret sign on top of letter 6, and put the 1. That's it. So if you put this one, it means that you guys are going to find the last element of your array. So now if this number 1 is the last Subaru, how about if you guys want to put say for example Toyota, then how about Jeep? So you guys going to put this on number 1, always works with the number 1. You guys need to put, this is called caret sign. So if you guys put here, say you guys need to do exactly like this. So I'm gonna copy this guy here, then I'm gonna paste it here. Say second last, for example, you put the second last, for example. So and the second last, keep in mind you guys need to put a 2 here. Alright, so now if you guys want to view this, you guys need to put a comments here. We don't want this because this is gonna show us the range. So what we do is that we put a console dot write line, and then what we're gonna put in write line, we put the last element for array is, we put the last element of the array plus, you guys need to do concatenation, and then you guys need to put this one, the last element. So we put a last element here. If you guys want a second last, you guys need to, we can copy this one because we are feeling a bit lazy today. We put the second last, so we put a second last element of the array is, and we put this guy here, second last element. So we put a second last element. So the second last element is here, and you guys notice here that because we are using this guys here, the error has gone away. So now we have got a Subaru and we have got a Toyota. If you guys want to say for example find out this one, then you guys need to put a 3, then you guys need to put a 4, and then 5, all the elements. So we're going to check for the Subaru and we're going to check for the Toyota. So we're going to run our program. So the last element of array is Subaru. If you're looking here, the last element of array, which is Subaru. So now we have put it here, caret 1. And if you look in here, the second last element of array is Toyota. So if you look in here, Toyota. So the number wise goes like this. If you have say 10, you can put exactly the same ones, but you guys if you guys want to come all the way to the first element, then you guys need to work out from the reverse order. You can't work out from this order, but I'm going to show you now how we're going to work out from the beginning order. But you guys can't put a 0. If you put a 0, it means it's going to give you guys error. Your program is not going to work. If you put a say luxury car, and if you put inside caret 0, then you guys going to get error. It's not going to work. So this is the first one. As I said before, this is a one way of you guys want to find out this indices. So this is very useful if you guys do this one. And what is the second way? So you can weigh in these indices, you guys need to put index. So that's the second way of working with indices. So as I said here, if you put a 0, you're not going to get your desired here, said you're not going to get this 4. But if you guys do the second way, if you put an index, say we can put a first, or you can put first, we can just put a first. So if you put a first, and we're going to put a 0, and if you put say the last one, and then we can put a index, for example second. So we put an index, or we can put a say last, for example. The last is going to be exactly like that. The last one is going to be, you guys need to put a say 1, for example. So we put a last and a caret 1. So now so I'm going to copy this guy here and move the rest on top, and I'm going to put this one here. Put a, if you guys want this guy here, so we have to put a string, What we're gonna put if we can put a first element. If you guys want to put first element and we put the name, which is gonna be the luxury cars here, we put a luxury cars, and inside this one you guys needs to put a first, this guy here. So if you put a first, and now you guys needs to put the second one, you guys needs to put a second. So now I'm gonna copy this guy here, so I'm gonna copy it, and then you guys gonna put a last element, our last element, second last, our here we're gonna put a last, say we put a LE, because if you put a last element you're gonna come in clash with this one, so we put a LE. So LE, and then here you guys need to put a last. So that's the first instance, and then now we're gonna put the second one, so that's the second way. So now we put the first way and then we put a second way. So now we're gonna put a console dot line. So now here the Visual Basic is stopped again. I'm gonna put it here, console dot right line. I'm gonna put it here first instance, and then I'm gonna copy the whole ones here, and I'm gonna put it here the second instance. So I'm gonna put a second instance. So here, because we put the first element, so I'm gonna put it in capital one so we understand, and element of the array, you guys need to put this one, first element. So when you put a first element here, you guys need to put a first element. LM, our LE, whatever you guys want to put. So I'm going to put a M at the end, and here I'm going to put a LM. So in first, it looks like I have a typo here, and here you guys need to put a LE to distinguish which is which. So we can put a LE here. So now our the second one is that we put a index, we put a first, and we have assigned 0. So keep in mind, with this 0 we don't have a caret, because the first element is not going to have a caret. But if you guys looking for this way, you guys needs to count, say for example go here, the 0, if 1 is Subaru, then 2 second last one is a third last, then all the way to 1. So you're going to go all the way to the fifth element. You go reverse wise. But if you guys working this way, this one's again, but here is, this one's a lot easier, because here you guys just put a 0 here. You don't need to put caret. But if you guys put the rest is exactly like on top one. So if you guys want to find the second last, you guys need to put a 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way till the size of your array is met. So here now we have put a 2 instances. We're going to see both of them in action. So we're going to run our program. So the first instance, as we have already seen this one, the first one is array is Subaru, the last one is Subaru, the last element, and the second last is Toyota. Looking here, the second one, the first one is Ford. So if I bring it a little bit down, looking here, the first one, the first instance is going to be Ford. So if you're looking on our array, because we put a 0, that's going to be Ford, the last one is going to be Subaru. So the first element we have put it here, the first one is going to be 0, and the last one is going to be 1. So that's the first one, because we name it first element, and that's the last one, we put it LE, or last element. That stands for the last element. So the first one is Ford and the last one is Subaru. That's how it works with indices. So in the next video we're going to talk about the ranges, how we're going to do the ranges effectively with Microsoft C#. So ranges are very, very important if you guys want to learn say machine learning, or with say the ranges are very popular with Python and say with R languages, because the ranges are works with array of say here with arrays and with the elements. Say for example in machine learning, if you guys want to make your model, or if you guys want to train your model on on your big list of array, you guys can use ranges. Say for example, first row, second row, you guys can do it with ranges. So this video we have learned indices, how we're gonna find the last element, our second last, and in this instance we can use 0, but in this, if you guys want to use this way, you guys can use the 0. So that's how 0 works with indices. And if you want to find the last one, you guys can put exactly like that. Say first, second, you guys come all the way so to the your first element. So we can do that, but stay away from 0. If you want to use 0, you can use this way, but you don't use a caret here. So this is the indices in C#. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Croywood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.